This is my full in-depth review of the brand new Titleist AVX golf ball, a new golf ball that's come out that sits in conjunction with the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X. Effectively, it is an alternative V or X, hence the name AVX. I have put this golf ball through its paces. I have taken it out on the golf course, putted with it, chipped with it, pitched with it, hit bunker shots, iron shots, tee shots, and also compared it to the two big boys, the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X. And then taking it here to the Golf Academy, put it under incredible testing on GCQuad, give it a durability test. I'm also, in this video, gonna chop the AVX in half to see what's inside it. I'm Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Academy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the videos coming your way. I'm gonna do a bit of a giveaway. For every new 5,000 likes this video gets, I'm gonna be giving away a dozen of the new Titleist AVX golf balls to someone who has left me a comment on this video. So make sure you leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Also share this video around because I think this is gonna be an interesting one for guys who currently use Pro V1 or Pro V1X. Because with this being an alternative to these two golf balls, it's going to suit many different golfers. Make sure you stay tuned to all the videos coming your way, and let's talk about the Titleist AVX golf ball in a little bit more detail. So this is the Titleist AVX golf ball, the first brand new premium golf ball we've seen come out of Titleist for a long time. Now everyone's very familiar with the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X, but going back in time, Pro V1 came out in 2000 and Pro V1X came out in 2003. Now granted, every 2 years or so, we get a new version of this. But not since 2003 have we seen a golf ball come out at the same price point in the same category as the two big boys, the Pro V1 and Pro V1X. These golf balls also come out in yellow, and it's the first time Titleist has brought out a premium golf ball in this colour because they've always struggled to colour a Pro V1 or a Pro V1X in yellow, even though it looks a little bit more green, but available in white and in yellow is the new Titleist AVX. Going back to price, you're going to be looking at the same price as you would pay for Pro V1 or Pro V1X in your retail stores, wherever you are in the world. And that varies somewhere between £40 per dozen or $40 per dozen, up to about £52 a dozen or $52 a dozen. It's going to come in exactly the same price point. And what Titleist are claiming is this golf ball is still going to give you exceptional feel that you get from Pro V1 and Pro V1X, but it's longer, it's lower spinning. That's what the box says. But I wanted to test it. I wanted to see if that is the actual case. And as always, I love to start the golf ball test on the putting green, because for me, feel is so important when testing a new golf ball. So I set up 3 stations. Set up a station for AVX, Pro V1 and Pro V1X, and did some thorough putting testing on short putts and on longer putts. And what I found was there was no difference in feel whatsoever. They all felt, for me, exactly the same as each other. There was no softness or firmer feeling of golf ball. They all sat in exactly the same category. I did some chip shots and bunker shots and pitch shots. And again, I saw these 3 golf balls almost stack on top of each other as being exactly the same. They all felt the same, they all spun the same, they all flighted the same. And for me, in the short game category, up to that kind of 100-yard shots, full shots from my sand wedge, I was seeing these 3 golf balls, the Pro V1, Pro V1X, and the AVX golf ball to be exactly the same. And that's a good thing because these guys have killed it in that category for so many years. And to bring out a new ball with the same feel and touch is a great bonus because that's really what we want to get from a premium golf ball. So I then tested it on GCQuad. I hit 100-yard golf shots with a brand new sand wedge with all of the 3 golf balls. And it's only really now where we see maybe a little bit of a difference in spin numbers, and it is minimal difference. So AVX, 100-yard golf shots, I was spinning the golf ball 10,178 RPM per minute. So just over 10,000, which is a good number for a premium golf ball. We then looked down at the Pro V1, that was getting 10,372. Minor difference in spin rates, a little bit higher on the Pro V1, but not crazy difference. The actual biggest difference we saw was when I tested it with the Pro V1X, because that jumped up to 11,500 of RPM spin. A substantial amount difference compared to these 2 balls, but that's what these balls are supposed to do. This is a higher spinning golf ball. Pro V1X these days, it's a higher spin golf ball, and it did that just in testing. Out on the golf course, when I hit 100-yard shots into the greens, could I see those differences in spin numbers? Not really. I hit shots into the first hole at the Marriott Worsley, and I was seeing the golf balls time and time again, landing and reacting just exactly the same as each other. So it's very, very minimal changes. So then I hit some shots on the golf course on a par 3 with a 7-iron. I hit a shot, actually I was playing slightly into the wind on this particular hole. And for me, Pro V1 and Pro V1X performed exactly the same. Again, no difference at all. The AVX, however, I did see a slight difference on this longest golf shot from this 7-iron. I was hitting about 175 yards into wind. I found that the AVX, because of its slightly lower spin characteristics, cut through the wind better, went further than the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X, but still landed on the green and stopped quick enough for many different types of golfers. And that was interesting for me, because I was like, you know what? When I saw that shot into wind, I had way more trust hitting the AVX than I did over the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X. And that happened a number of times out on the golf course as well. We look at the data of the 7-iron shots, and that's where we do start to see a difference between these 3 golf balls. Ball speed's almost exactly the same with the 3 golf balls across the testing. Distances were different. AVX was hitting it longer. And for the reason for that is it was a lower spin golf ball by a big amount, 1,000 RPM difference to the Pro V1. We then had another 500 RPM difference when I tested the Pro V1X. We went highest spin Pro V1X, middle of the range spin Pro V1, and lowest spin category with the AVX. And that proved to be the case on distance as well. I hit the AVX longer. It had lower spin, the same ball speed, but it went longer. Slightly lower flighted than the other 2, but that's really the biggest difference for me, is that it seemed to cut through the wind better than the other 2 golf balls. Without question, we hit a slightly lower spin shot, it will cut through the wind a little bit more, and it did go longer. The AVX went longer on all of the testing, outdoor and indoor as well, which was staggering and really interesting for me. So then the driver shots. I was at the 3rd hole at the Marriott Worsley, a very testing tee shot where you've got to hit a good drive down there. I hit good drives with the AVX, the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X. Now the first thing that I noticed off the flight of the golf shots is this AVX golf ball was a lower flighted golf ball and visually much less spinning. You know, it just came out dead. It came out low and it came out really dead. Flip that to the Pro V1X, which is now the higher flighted golf ball with more spin, and visually it was a difference. They were hitting different windows of ball flights. When I was hitting the AVX, the Pro V1 kind of went through the middle, and the Pro V1X launched a little bit higher, spun a little bit more, and even though the flights were something similar shape of flights, the window of its trajectory was totally different. So getting out down there and walking down the fairway to find these 3 golf balls, it was actually really interesting that the Pro V1, for me, actually snuck it on distance, but only just. And the reason for that is the Pro V1, for my swing speed, for my the way I hit the golf ball, is the best suited spinning golf ball for me. The AVX was a little bit on the low spin side. It kind of came out a little bit dead, didn't hit the optimum spin numbers I like to see with a driver shot, and therefore didn't get the total distance I would like to have seen. I also hit some shots down the 13th hole, another great hole, testing tee shot. I nutted 3 phenomenal driver shots. The biggest difference I saw again was the flights. AVX came out low with no spin. Pro V1X went out high with a slightly higher spin, and Pro V1 went straight through the middle. But getting down there on the fairway, all 3 shots were on top of each other. There was 3 or 4 yards difference, and that is so kind of unmeasurable to a certain degree, because all those shots were middle of the fairway and they were in a great spot. Regardless of the spin or the flight, I hit 3 superb golf shots down that hole with the Pro V1, the AVX and the Pro V1X. So indoor testing with the driver on GCQuad, we see the 3 golf balls stacking up to their promises. AVX, Pro V1 and Pro V1X all had very similar ball speeds in testing, just under 160 miles per hour. Distance-wise, the AVX snuck it by a few yards on distance. 289 carry for the AVX, 284 for the Pro V1 and 286 for the Pro V1X. Nothing much at all. So only really when we dive into the spin numbers do we see any other differences. AVX was the lowest spin at 1800, so just below that kind of 1900 mark. Pro V1 was under 2000, just at 1919 RPM spin, where the Pro V1X was just over that 2000 spin spectrum. And that really is the only thing that separated it with drivers. Nothing much in distance, just a little bit difference in the spin numbers, which might suit different golfers. If you are a higher spin golfer, you might want to try the AVX because it'll bring the spin down, but only by hundreds of RPMs, not by thousands. You never want it to be thousands. For me, the AVX was spinning a little bit low. I like to probably use the Pro V1 because of that difference in spin, but they were very, very similar, matched up. I also carried out a durability test with the Titleist AVX golf ball where I hit sand wedge shots into the simulator to see how much the cover would cut up, and I'm glad to report it didn't cut up much at all. Exactly what I'd expect, as did the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X. They all performed great in the durability category. Let's cut this bad boy in half to see what's inside it compared to the other two, and then give it a bit of a conclusion about the new Titleist AVX golf ball. Okay, let's chop this bad boy in half and see what is actually inside the AVX golf ball, because the dimple structure is different. The dimples compared to the Pro V1, let's hope it's not liquid filled. Whoa, that's gone, whoa, it's liquid, oh no! Compared to the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X is definitely a different dimple patterning, which is helping with the different spin rate. The dimple on the AVX are kind of bigger, actually look a little bit maybe less premium, but that's the way that they've structured the airflow to improve the spin rates as well. So looking inside the AVX golf ball, we have 3 layers. The urethane cover, which I mentioned, the dimples are slightly different. Got this kind of inner mantle, which they call in the high flex casing layer. And that layer is slightly thicker than what you see in the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X. And then in the core, it is a high-speed, low-compression core technology, and Titleist is saying that's resulting in a powerful engine to drive the golf ball remarkable distance with exceptional low spin and good soft feel. So for me there, you've got very similar looking inside that you get probably with more of the Pro V1. It looks more like that kind of inside, where the Pro V1X is 4-layer, and you get the inner core as well, which is optimizing the spin levels too. So it's quite similar. I said the difference for me is just that cover. Conclusion wise, I feel like the AVX has a very strong positioning in this market. I feel like the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X have been around for donkey's years, and they are a great golf ball. They really are. To see a new golf ball coming out in this category, the AVX, with testing, I see this golf ball to be a lower spinning golf ball on the golf course and on the GCQuad data. And for me, a golf ball that would suit golfers who struggle to bring that spin level down, but still want the same feel as a Pro V1 and a Pro V1X. I think there's going to be many golfers out on tour players using the AVX. I've not seen any reports of tour players using the AVX yet, but it's probably only be a matter of time. For me, the one thing that confused me with this golf ball is the naming. AVX alternative to V1X. Well, I think this probably should have really been branded with the Pro V1 brand. Maybe the Pro V1 Star, or the Pro V1 Black, or the Pro V1 Low Spin, whatever it may be. I think having the AVX with the same branding as their 2 flagship golf balls that have been #1 golf ball in golf for many, many years, I think that would have done the AVX the world of good. But hey, in 12 months' time, we might be hearing only about the AVX because it's that good a golf ball. As a conclusion, for me, it is too low spinning. It wouldn't go in my golf bag compared to the Pro V1 or the Pro V1X. But I tell you what, if I was playing on a windy day, in windy conditions where I want the golf ball to go longer, the AVX would be the choice of golf ball I would want to be picking out in my bag. I think it's a great golf ball. The feel, the touch around the greens is exceptional. It is giving you long distance. For a high spin player, it's going to bring that spin down a little bit. It does what it says on the tin. And that is the full conclusion of the new Titleist AVX golf ball. Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button. Don't forget, For every new 5,000 likes I get on this video, I will be giving a dozen of the new Titleist AVX golf balls away. To mention as well, they do come out in yellow. First time that premium golf balls come out in yellow in this category. Kind of more of a green, but they're calling it yellow. So you can get a box of white or yellow golf balls if you leave me a comment down below. I'm going to pick someone at random for every new 5,000 likes. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the videos. Hit that bell icon so you get notified as soon as I release a new one. And that was my thorough test of the new Titleist AVX golf ball. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, lots more to come, and we'll see you next time.